Hi guys, welcome back to the forum.
My name's Alfredo.
I'm Brian.
I'm Bemnet.
And I'm Michelle.
So today, the wind is extremely horrible outside, but, we're in the comfort of our own little studio, ready to take off another topic. So who wants to do the honors of picking this week's discussion?
I'll do
paper, scissors, you for it.
Okay. All right. Okay, what are we doing? Shoot? On shoot?
On shoot,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Dang it!
Let it be known that they never once said shoot.
They didn't even say 3, 2, 1.
All right.
It's okay, we know what we do.
We knew what we were doing.
And Bemnet won.
Yeah.
For those
She's a
on the
cheater.
podcast.
She's cheating. She's a cheater.
I won fair and square.
Sure you did.
You chose paper.
The paper always wins.
This one.
Okay.
All right. So our topic this week is, what are your red flags when you're getting to know someone?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants to start this off?
I feel like Brian should start this off.
Wow.
I feel attacked. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, does anybody else oppose to Brian starting out?
I'm okay with this. I feel like you got stuff to say.
Okay. There's a couple of things. I think with me, first impressions are always a big thing. Everyone that knows me knows that the first impression that I get of you, it's really important. Sometimes I'm wrong, and I have apologized. Sometimes I judge someone extremely off. But for the most part, I've been right. I've had friends that go, wow, you were right about so-and-so. I'm like, I told you. But anyway, on a date, my thing is I like honesty, or at least clarity from the get-go. I've had a lot of guys that go, we should hang out sometime. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, hanging out? Like, are we hanging out as friends? Are we trying to pursue something romantically? And I think that I do have respect for the guys that go, I want to take you out. I want to pick a place. I want to pick you up. I want to pay for it, I guess it's how you present yourself, first of all. Like, also how you treat the staff, like at a restaurant or a movie theater. I don't expect you to pay for me. I mean, I always have my own money. Is it nice for you when you offer to pay? Of course it is, because it feels like you're special. But the last guy that I went out with, we went halvesies. He paid for the movie, and I paid for dinner, and then we just switched off for the second date. But I would say, like, the last time I had a red flag, if I do, let me think here.
I mean, this doesn't have to be a red flag that you personally experienced, just in general. Like, if you're talking...
I think it's better when we talk from experience, but you're right. But...
Yeah, because you just seem to be talking about, like, your fabulous date that you had.
Not that fabulous. You turned out to be kind of a dickwad. But if you want to know about that story, go check out my TikTok. Just down below. But anyway, no, let's see. I was dating a guy once, and he wouldn't shut up about his ex, and I think that's a huge red flag. It's obvious that I think the worst thing you can do when you go through a breakup is to try to jump into something instantly. I don't think that ever works, because you're not really... I don't think someone is ready for it. I think you're just trying to not think about your ex. And it doesn't help when you keep talking about them.
Yeah, because that just means they're not over it.
Yeah, this guy was clearly not over his ex. And he would tell me about all the crap that his ex put him through. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like,
Right.
Pity him.
and then, yeah, I mean, we obviously, long story short, we lost contact. I couldn't do it, because he would always be like, you're so good to me. You're someone that I deserve, that you're someone that knows how to treat me. But yet he wouldn't stop talking about his ex. So I'm pretty sure he went back to him. But as far as that goes, it's how you treat the staff. Also, don't talk about yourself too much. I think that it's good to ask questions about the person you're getting to know.
I'm curious. Why are you laughing?
No, it's 'cause
Yeah, please. Please enlighten us.
Please help me. Like,
No, it's because Brian's like, you don't talk about too much, but yet, this whole opening isn't all about Brian.
Excuse
Just
you.
kidding.
Wow. I'm
kidding.
leaving.
I'm just kidding.
dang.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We asked you, Brian. It's okay.
I cannot. I freaking cannot. Anywho, I think I'm gonna be done for right now.
Why? I was joking.
Okay, so it sounds like your red flags are pretty much anyone that's like that talks about themselves or their ex way too much, especially like early on. Plus people that are just rude to other people just working.
I don't know, it's just arrogance. Oh yeah, but it's also like arrogance. I don't know, like, you can have, hey, I've met guys that just brag about themselves, and that's great. Be proud of what you have, but I think there's a fine line between being proud and being an arrogant bastard.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, like, talk about all this money you make, but then you're being, like, a cheapskate on the date or something like that, it's like, what the hell, what are we doing here? Like, why are we here to begin with? I also think it's a great thing to get to know someone before you commit to a relationship, because then you end up not really knowing the person. They kind of surprise you. So,
well, yeah. I mean, there's that. You have to date them first, and then you get into a relationship. It's not like you're just gonna hop into a relationship right after the first date.
Not everyone thinks that way.
Yeah, I'm like, some people do.
I mean, in my opinion, you shouldn't.
Well, of course you shouldn't, but in at least our opinion, you shouldn't. But I mean, some people will.
And it happens.
It happens a lot, and then as you go down the line, you realize who they really are.
Yeah.
And then it becomes this big thing, and you're like, I wish I would have known who he was a long time ago. And it's like, you could have just gone a couple more dates. You probably would have found out. Now I don't know if this is a topic in our bunch of topics, but like, okay, you guys say like we shouldn't. Like, it's a red flag for them to be talking about their ex so much. Mm-hmm. Is it a red flag if they're talking about their ex when their ex is their friend?
It depends.
Because I don't know if that's a topic in here, but that's...
It really just depends. To me, it depends on how they talk about them. Like, if it feels...
Okay.
Like, if they're talking about them and you kind of get the vibe that... It feels like they have feelings for their friend.
Oh, okay.
But if it's just all like... If they're talking and you get the vibe that it's just their friend, like they'll tell an embarrassing story, or they'll I don't know.
An embarrassing story about the friend on the first date. I don't know how I feel about that.
No, because you know how sometimes you're just like, if you're doing a cheap date or you're doing just like a walk in the park or whatever, and you see like a tree and you're just like, oh, I remember when me and my friend, or who just happens to be his ex, I remember when we climbed this tree or whatever, like stuff like that. But if then they point out like, oh, and this is where we put a little heart that said us forever, it's like, okay, that's not.
That's a little weird.
Why do I need to know that?
Yeah, I'm like,
Now you want to see it? No, I do not want to see it, actually.
I mean, I think it's fine to talk about your ex, just maybe not constantly, and not in like how Freddie was saying, in a sense where it's like you still have feelings for your ex, because then that's like, then what are we doing?
Okay, so kind of separating the two.
Yeah.
Separating a friendship, like, if you're still friends with your ex, like, let it be known that it's a friendship, and kind of, like, if it's an ex that you still care about, like, I assume you're still going to, like, say the bad things, but you're also going to say maybe some good things about them, right?
I don't know. I guess it depends. Like, if you are still friends with your exes, I mean, because that is what me and Freddie have. We used to date a while ago.
Ew, we did?
Shut up, Freddie. Okay. And I don't know how he handles it, but every time that I date someone, I let it be known. I'm like, yes, my best friend is my ex-boyfriend, but there are no feelings there. It's not like that, but I do see him constantly. I just think some guys are not okay with it, some are, but at the end of the day, you can't go around saying, I was never told. I told you from the get-go what you were jumping into. So in that aspect, I think it's great that you tell whoever you're dating, just so you know, I have a good relationship with my ex. And that's a good thing to have. Like, not every ex should be like a toxic thing where you can't even be in the same room. I think it speaks volumes when you can be civil, but there are no feelings involved.
Yeah, like, I think it's definitely about communication and just being open about it. Just don't make it seem like it's something that you're hiding. Don't already be in a relationship or go on like 4 or 5 dates and then all of a sudden just say, oh, this is my friend, and then they find out like a month later, well, they used to date.
Yeah.
Then that feels like you're hiding something.
Yeah.
So just be upfront. It says this is. You don't have to say it like, oh, this is this person, this is this person, this is my ex. You could say this is my friend, and then throughout the night just say, by the way, we did used to date. Or you come up with something. I'm not your relationship coach, but but just be upfront, be honest, and just don't make it seem like you're shady.
Okay, so red flag. red flag if you wait 4 or 5 dates, or you just don't tell them at all, and then they find out that.
If they're not if they're just like a friend and you see them maybe once a month or something and you don't bring it up, that's fine. But if they're a best friend, like someone you see very frequently, yes, that needs to come up in conversation, and yes, that needs to be talked about.
I think it should just come up regardless, because, like you said, okay, so in my eyes, it is not a red flag, ladies and gentlemen, if your significant other tells you right off the jump, I'm still friends with my exes. There's a lot of people that think that it is. There's a lot of people that get upset. I've seen it so many times online where they go, well, exes shouldn't be friends. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. I think that you should have an open mind and only worry if you see something that there is to worry about. Glances, maybe some touchy-feely there. There are boundaries that exes should always respect, especially when they're trying to move on and date someone else. Once those boundaries are crossed, that's when you should worry. But never, disregard someone you're trying to get to know for that simple fact. That's not fair. That's a little childish, and that makes you look hella insecure. My opinion.
That seemed very aggressive, Brian.
Sorry. I can be kind of an ass.
It was very to the point. It's like, no.
Listen here.
Well, it triggers me, because if I'm dating a guy and he doesn't want anything to do with me because I'm still friends with you, that would piss me off. It's like, wow, you're being a freaking idiot because you have nothing to worry about. If I wanted to be with Freddie, I would be with Freddie, but there's nothing there anymore. Get over it.
Like, I don't have a choice in the matter?
Okay.
Bros before hoes.
It's okay, because he'd be missing out, because I am spectacular.
Okay.
Who are you?
Exactly.
All right, Bam, what are your red flags?
I feel like one of my biggest ones is something that actually had happened kind of recently with someone that I was talking to, where he was nice to me and nice up front to you guys, but then when it was just us two and you guys weren't there, he was like, yeah, your friends are okay, I guess. I don't know, they're not all that great. And I'm just like, why would you tell me that?
Wait, who was this?
I think we're not going to say names out of respect. But, well,
yeah,
Yeah, I think, her birthday. We all know what that is.
Ridiculous.
No.
Continue, Bam, next.
But someone that's nice to my friends in person, while they're in front of them, but then behind their backs they're a bitch about it, and especially to me, because I know you were joking earlier, but bros before hoes, friends before people you date.
Right.
If you can't show the same level of respect to me, that you show me to my friends, it's not gonna work. It's straight up. It's just not.
No, yeah, but there's also a fine line. There's also a fine line between pushing someone to be part of the friend group, which it's kind of like I don't know, it's like a double-edged sword for me. It'd be great if my future boyfriend would join what we have, because we have something special, the four of us. So if anyone wants to come into this little circle, which we do have friends that we all share, but if a significant other wants to come in this circle, it'd be great because we can all hang out. But then if it doesn't work out, it becomes a little bit I don't know. I'm a firm believer that, when the time comes that I do get with someone and I do introduce him to these guys, he will be more than welcome to join us and hang out. But I would really like him to have his own friends that I can hang out with from time to time. I think there's, like I said, there's boundaries and there's respect. So in Bam's case, yes, her boyfriend does not have to love us. He doesn't even have to hang out with us. But if he doesn't have to be a dick about it either. He can just say, look, your friends are just not for me. I'll be civil and I'll hang out with you guys as a group every now and then, but I kind of want you to myself, and I want to hang out with my own friends, which is totally fine.
Yeah, that's
Speaking like I have someone. By the way, I'm single, so if anyone want to drop your shot, let me know.
Oh, it's not that kind of.
It's not. But I'm open. Anyways,
we are not a dating website, a dating app. With a serious business.
Connection.
Let's get back to business then. What are your red flags?
My red flags?
Let it be known that the only person here in the relationship is our girl estimated Alfredo. So
what did you just call me?
Alfredo.
No, I mean before that.
Girl.
Oh. I'm sorry. I heard something different.
Oh, okay.
Well.
So yes, he's the only one with the relationship. But it'd be nice to get his input before he got it with his significant other.
Yeah, before that, it's because I know he doesn't hang out with us very often for the most part. But I don't know if he's 100% our like your people type of thing, whatever, which is totally fine. But he's always civil and he's always down to hang out. And he's always like, if we're going to like a concert or something, like he's down to come and hang out and do that, do stuff. Yeah, so he's very civil. So that's goes back to what Bevnet said. But my red flags are, you know what? I don't really. I mean, honestly, my red flags are just don't be a jerk. Like, just treat everyone else with respect, and we'll be cool for the most part. Now, like, we'll go into different likes and dislikes and everything, but pretty much just don't be mean, don't be narcissistic. It'd be nice if we can hold a conversation deeper than how's the weather.
Well, yeah, I feel like if you can't talk about anything else besides like how's the weather, how's your day going, and how's your life going, I think there's kind of a problem there. Yeah. That's just kind of my opinion. Like, I've been in, coming from my past experiences, like I've had a relationship to where it was literally just that every day. Granted, I lived with the person and everything, but it was, imagine just texting that person that every day. Like, that was it.
Yes.
It was, it's kind of, it's frustrating after a while, at least for me. I was like, I want to talk about something else, but I don't, I'm at a point where we've been together for so long, I don't think I care to know anything else, or even it was.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I think that's just kind of my opinion, really.
Yeah.
I guess her words are "don't be boring," and my thing is, okay. Please comment below if you guys have gone through this, or if you guys understand my perspective. Have you guys ever dated someone where you're texting each other and the texts are so boring? They're either one worded. I had a guy that would text me every couple of hours. So what you doing? And I would tell him what I'm doing, and then the conversation would die, and then another text. So what you doing? I'm like, okay, this is an issue. Like, you don't have to be like the most amazing, interesting person in the world, but please bring something else to the table. And I see it a lot, especially like on dating sites. That I hate people that go, I don't want to post too much about me because then what are we going to talk about? What do you mean? I mean, if I'm getting to know you and I already know your basics, it's time to get into like more deeper levels, don't you think?
But I've noticed everyone that ever says that, where it's like, I don't want to post too much about myself, they post nothing about themselves. I'm just like, you don't need to say everything, but give me some crumbs.
Yeah, give me something to work off of.
If you're not posting your age,
I'm just saying. If you say you like the outdoors, you like swimming, you like sports, I have something to go off of.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm not interested in the stuff that you're interested in, I have something to go off of. Like, if you write, I like the outdoors. Oh, what do you like to do? Do you like to swim? Do you like to hike? Do you like to just drive around? Do you like road trips? Like, what is it about the outside that you like? Now we got something.
I like to sit outside and tan.
We know you do. Because you just like to sit out there and do nothing.
But I love the outdoors.
See, and that's fine. See, that's fine though, because if I'm talking to you and they say, oh, I just like to sit outside and tan, it's like, oh, you like just watching the day go by, you like just watching the clouds go by or something. Like, it's something to work off of. It's something that we can talk about.
It's a sense of who you are, and I think I'm with Bemet. If you can't tell us a little bit of who you are, because you think you want to keep it a suspense, it might not work out. I need to know what you're about. And sometimes when you have like one or two photos and they tell me nothing, and you don't say nothing on your profile, chances are it's probably not going to work out. Why? Because you probably have a shitload of different interests that I don't have. Number one, nothing against y'all that like to hike or go to the gym every freaking day of the week. Papa don't do that. I can't. I won't. I'm sorry. No, I respect guys. But if you like to hike, chances are you're going to want to go hiking on one of these dates. And I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to be thrilled about it. My first hiking experience was not very fun, y'all.
It was not
very fun. I ripped my favorite pair of jeans.
That's what you get for wearing jeans while you were hiking.
I was just about to say that. I was like, who hikes in jeans?
Especially tighter jeans.
Brian.
Like, if they're looser jeans, I could understand that. But you were wearing like tight.
Okay, but this is his reasoning.
Jeans.
I wanted to look cute.
That, and I don't have hiking clothes.
Just like that.
You wanted to look cute for who? The coyotes?
Wow.
Okay, but you can look cute in the correct hiking gear too.
I guess.
There's plenty of people who look cute in good hiking gear. But you just had to. We said we were going hiking, and you just said yes without knowing what you were getting into.
Okay, whatever.
I think another red flag for me personally, and I'm sure most of you or all of you would agree, when you're on a dating website and you see, they say they have one picture, it has nothing on that picture but a blank screen or like a black
like
screen.
A profile, like nothing,
just completely black, like there's nothing on there, like not even like a outline or anything, and then in their bio doesn't have nothing but their age.
That doesn't tell me
and
anything.
I'm just like, what do you think? I'm gonna swipe right? I'm not doing that. I don't even know who you are.
That's when you find out their age, find out what like group they are, and just say, like, if they're 34, what's up, you dirty millennial?
You say that like we're not all millennials.
Right. Or like if they're older, or like you just go whatever. What's up, you Gen Xer? What's up, you Gen Zer? What's up, you youngster? Like whatever the case may be. That'd be your opening line. If they're like in their 40s or 50s, what's up, boomer? Like that's because that's all you have to go off of. Otherwise, you're just gonna put, hey, what's up? And why am I going to swipe right on that when I don't know anything? For all I know, you're a serial killer and you look like Krusty the Clown.
Okay, so I have another question. Do you guys see any red flag? Like, are there certain red flags for like mannerisms? Like, is there like a certain mannerism where you guys are like, okay, no, red flag, I can't?
For me, it would be how much of a hothead you are. We all lose our temper, but if you lose your temper like instantly, we have an issue because I'm like, whoa. Also for me, it would be if you drink a lot. I think that alcohol is never a good thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do drink socially, and I do understand that some people need alcohol to have fun. But if you like get trashed on the first date, or you drink so much that, I don't know, like you need coffee or something to be able to drive home, that's not good.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking occasionally. Like I don't have a problem with it. Honestly, drinking socially, you go out to a bar, you go out to a club, you want to have a few drinks, or even have a few drinks at a restaurant. Like that's totally fine. Yeah, it can be kind of weird if you're getting blackout drunk every single day. That's definitely like alcoholism a little bit. But some drinks here and there, even if you just drink like a couple beers or a couple drinks, even just like on a day, like that's fine. So honestly, some people's work is so freaking stressful that they need to unwind. So they'll have a glass of wine, or they'll have a beer or two, or they'll make themselves a cocktail. Like doctors say don't do that, but I mean, honestly, with the stress of some people's jobs, I completely understand it.
Okay.
That's just how I feel.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Like there are times when I just want to get home and I'm just like, I just want to drink. I just want a screwdriver, please.
Please.
Someone give me a rum and coke.
What about you, Bimnet?
Kind of like how Brian was saying, hot-headedness.
Yes.
I hate people that are cocky. Like if you have the attitude where like you're always right or you're always better than everybody else. I don't care if we're like talking romantically or if we're talking like friendship wise, whatever the hell it is. I'm just like, we're done. I don't want to be part of whatever this is. Like, I'll be friendly. Like, I'm not gonna just be like, all right, fuck you, and bye. But I'm not gonna talk to you more than like a friendly, hey, how are you? Leave it at that. That's it. It's like, that irritates me. I hate talking to people that are full of themselves. Like, it's just, I mean, that's kind of more like a pet peeve, but I see it also as a red flag too.
Yeah, definitely.
If someone can't carry on a conversation, that's just an issue, because most of the time people like that will only talk about themselves, and they'll shut you down the second you start talking.
I've learned to just kind of nod and be like, oh wow, what else? Tell me more.
I think that's the whole thing with customer service, though, because
absolutely.
because I've done that, and I'm just like, oh yeah, really, wow, that's fantastic.
But in the back of your head, you're
I'm
like,
like, go
I
away.
don't care.
Oh, go away.
Go away. But I agree with Brian. Like, I think a hothead is a big red flag in my personal opinion.
Yeah, if you can't control your anger, like there's a problem. I mean, I'll like we can if I like you enough, we can go to some meetings. We can go to anger management meetings. We can figure this out. But if you're just gonna get temperamental over like a bowl, like we were playing a game of bowling or something, we need to evaluate what we're doing here.
Well, yeah, because then I feel like it can escalate to more, and I don't want to be involved in that. I can help you through the process, but that's as much as I'm gonna do.
If it gets to the point where you're just not accepting help or whatever, I don't want to help you. Like I'm the kind of person who I want to help people. So if there's a problem, you have an anger issue problem, you're a hothead and you don't want to get any help, or you don't want to even better yourself, then what are we doing?
It's hard to help someone that doesn't want the help.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I just thought of like, obviously when I'm with my date, because he's usually the one driving because I don't have a car. But if he has road rage, that's a huge red flag. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like it. I mean, I'm grateful that none of these guys have that, because if they did, I'd be like, okay, I don't want to drive with you in the same car. But I've seen it happen. I've unfortunately been in the wheel with someone that cannot control their anger, and it's such a scary situation when two people are going back and forth when you don't know what the other person is capable of. So I much rather not date someone that's a hothead behind the wheel, because my life is right there at risk. That's just me, though.
Like, you can get irritated behind the wheel, but once you start like screaming out the window, like, you little piece of, it's like, that's when it kind of is like,
it's not that serious. It really is not. It's
no. I think for me, one of those things is when it comes to having a conversation and we're arguing about something, I usually just like to cut it there, and I just, I wait until he like parks somewhere, we talk, like actually like be able for him to stop the car completely before I even bring up the conversation again, because for one, I'm scared for my life, and I'm just like, I mean, maybe you don't care about mine or yours, but I care about mine, and I know a lot of people would miss me if I left, so especially if I just disappeared out of nowhere and they're like, where did she go? So I think with me it's that. But I had a question for you, Brian.
No. Okay. I'm in the spotlight.
He's in the spotlight. But this is actually going to be a fun one. Oh, God. Because I'm curious.
Because you get my coffee.
Is a red flag a man that wears socks with sandals?
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry. I needed to ask.
Now, I'm not going to turn the guy away. It's just something I do not like. I am sorry, dudes. Dudes and girls. I've seen my girls do that.
Girls too?
Yes, socks with sandals are disgusting. Disgusting.
In his opinion.
In my opinion. If you rock that, hey, good for you. Just know that if for some reason I'm dating you or you become my friend, I will judge you for it. And give no fucks, because it's so stupid and ugly. And I see so many dudes wear that shit at the gym thinking they can work out in that, and they cannot. But that's another story for another topic. I'm very heated about this. I hate it.
But you shouldn't wear sandals to work out anyway.
You're gonna break something.
This is another topic. Honestly, I'm probably gonna make a TikTok out of this, because this happens on my job 9 times out of 10, and it drives me up the wall. But
precisely why I wanted to speak a bit about it.
If my date shows up with socks with sandals, I'm not gonna turn him away. I'm not gonna go, okay, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go through the date, and then if we make it, I'm gonna be like, okay, sweetie, now that we're together, I gotta tell you, absolutely not.
What if you guys are going to like Lake Las Vegas, or you're going to like...
You can wear sandals.
Like the beach or something.
You can wear sandals. No, I think guys that wear sandals are fine. But why socks with sandals? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
What if they're cold?
Then wear closed-toe shoes.
Okay, but okay, hold on though. Because I thought the same. Because I thought the same thing as Brian, and then the guy I'm with. My boyfriend.
Oh God, he does that?
He does socks with sandals.
Does he do the one with the toes? The sock has like toes.
Oh, toe separators?
Yeah. No, it's just normal socks.
Oh, you need to tell him to wear them.
Oh my God.
No, he does that. And at first I was like, I thought the same thing as Brian. Mm-hmm. But now that he's doing it kind of because he's chilling at home, and then he says, oh, we have to go to the store. Instead of putting on shoes, it's just so easy to just kind of slip on the sandal and go. Especially if it's a little cold outside. He gets lazy, and it's okay. I still shame him for it, of course. Okay. But I'm just saying, I get it. I wouldn't do it, and like I said, I still shame him, but I get it.
I mean, I feel like it's fine in certain situations. Like, if you're just gonna run out to the store super quick, it'll take like 5 minutes. I don't care what you wear. I'm probably looking like a hot mess myself. But I mean, if that's kind of like your go-to all the time type of wear, or for like date wear, I'm like, you can do a little better than that. Like, you can do something else.
I agree. Date wear, I think, shouldn't consist of socks. I'm sorry, it should not consist of socks with sandals.
Yeah, I think
I'm like, if you're doing that, I'm like, you're lazy. I sat there and that took 2 hours, maybe even 3, because I did my hair, I did my makeup, and I'm out the door.
Nobody told you to.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to look good for my date.
I mean,
Let's face that reality. I mean, not all the time. You know, sometimes I'm like, you want to go out at 9 a.m.? Okay, we doing this. I'm gonna get up at 6 and be like,
okay, but I know 9 a.m. is early, but I kind of like breakfast.
I like breakfast. No,
are cute. I'm just like cranky because I gotta get up, and I'm excited about the date.
Yes, definitely. But I'll still get up. Like I'll do the effort, you know.
Let it be known that all the guys that I've dated throughout my entire life, none of them have ever worn socks with sandals. Thank God. Just saying.
He probably lets it be known in the first sentence. Do not wear socks with sandals.
He puts it in his bio. Do not wear socks with sandals.
I should. Now you give me an idea. I'm probably gonna do that on my dating apps. Do not wear this.
You should put it in your TikTok bio too.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna make a TikTok about that. That's a good idea.
Brian, you're just gonna get nothing but stitches and duets of guys just showing you their socks and sandals.
I don't care. It's so stupid and ugly. I hate it.
He's gonna see himself pop up and become like famous, and he's gonna be like, oh my God, these socks with sandals. I'm so done with this.
I can't, boys and girls. No, but it's preferences. It's preferences.
Definitely.
You know, girls are gonna hate me because I think a girl looks way better in heels than they do in those ugly ass flats, and I get a lot of hate for that. And I know I'm not a girl, so I will never experience that pain. I'm just saying, I think a girl looks hot when she's wearing heels.
Okay, but
real quick, you can experience that pain. You don't need to be a girl to wear heels.
Anybody ever wear those?
I mean, you trying to sit there and say flats are better than heels are better than flats?
Flats are just ugly.
Okay,
but understand when you're I'm sorry, Freddie, go ahead.
Oh no! You have more experience on this, so go ahead.
Okay, so let me tell you something. I can do wedges. Wedges are fine. Heels are okay for an occasion to where I'm walking and then I'm sitting. I don't have to stand up for so long. Heels hurt. And they, like, literally your foot is like this. And I'm like, I can't do it. I never could. You should have seen my 15 pictures. I was literally like...
we have them. We
Stop it. No.
We're never uploading those. Stop it.
But the heels, like, you should have... Freddie saw me there, and he was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. They hurt so bad. Granted, the women that can do it all day, every day, props to you, because dang. Ooh. But I can't. Like, if I'm standing on my feet all day, even if I'm walking, like, to an office and then I'm, like, popping myself and then I have to walk back and forth, even then I still wouldn't wear heels. But I give props to the women that do.
And I've seen some of
my manager, like, all the time, and she rocks it like it's nothing. I'm like, props.
Like,
I can't.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, heels are nice. Heels can be beautiful, and depending on the kind of outfit that you're wearing, can absolutely complete it. And you're looking stunning. You're looking like the best you ever had, or whatever. But I understand they hurt. I understand they're painful, and I understand that they can permanently mess up your foot for the rest of your life. And I have seen girls, even they step wrong, they twist their whole ankle.
Oh,
yeah, that's fun.
No.
So, I mean, I will say heels are nice on occasion. There are people out there that will wear heels constantly, and I'm in awe because I'm just how I admire you greatly. You look stunning, but how?
Practice. If you get used to some girls just get used to it.
Shout out to my favorite actress. She rocks them all the time.
You can't do a shout out without naming the person. That's not really a shout out.
Duh. Miss Angelique Boyer. Love her. She's always rocking them heels, just saying.
But yeah, I don't know. That's just all I have. That's basically all I have to say about heels. But,
Yeah.
Okay. I have a quick question, and this is more going back to like the actual red flags thing.
Oh yeah, we see.
Good. See, we got off topic.
We're so sorry.
Okay, so this is. Do you guys have any like personal red flags? Because this is one that I have that I recognize is not really a red flag, but it is for me because it's just kind of it's trauma, I guess.
Okay.
So I grew up in an extremely religious household, like church 2-3 times a week type of thing. Like I was constantly told like if somebody is not this religion, they're doing it wrong, and I'm like, just that on top of other things. So for me personally, I can't date someone that's religious. At least not uber religious. Like if you consider yourself whatever religion that you are, great. I'm glad. I'm not interested. Like please don't try to convert me or anything like that. If you kind of see everything and you kind of like double it back to like, oh, that's because of God's wish, and I'm like, I instantly cringe. Like, and then that's just me. I know that's not everybody. Like that's a personal thing that I can't do. But do you guys have anything like that, like a personal red flag?
Well, first of all, it is a red flag, Bam. It may not be a red flag for everyone, but it is a red flag for you.
Yeah.
So there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. Aside from you being an arrogant douchebag, well, for me, my personal red flag, and I am always 100% clear about this with all the guys that I've dated. I'm like, I do not have a car at the moment. I don't expect you to pick me up. I can, if I really want to get to you, I will find a way to get to you. I have money. I can take the bus. Like, that's not an issue. But if you're going to make it an issue, this is not going to work. I have other things to spend my money on, and let's face it, with the gas prices right now, I'm kind of glad I don't have a car. So if a guy that I'm getting to know has an issue with that, then you weren't for me. That's my personal red flag, but it's a red flag that I like being upfront about. So if you can't date me because I don't have a car, then hey, then go somewhere else.
Mine is, I mean, I know this is a pretty basic one, but you have to have some form of a sense of humor. Like, I need you to be able to at least take a joke. So if I'm messing around, you're not gonna completely huff and just say, "Oh, it's like, what are you doing? That's stupid." Like I just want to be able to joke around with you and be silly, even if you don't feel like you're super funny or whatever. Which everyone has their own sense of humor. Everyone's capable of being funny. Like, seriously, but. I just want to be able to have fun with you. If I could just be silly, goofy, like jump on the bed and tackle you down and like, whatever, and just joke around with you. I know those were completely different things that I just said.
On the first date?
Yes, on the first date.
Don't know that.
Yeah, you never just like on the first date you see them, you run up to them, you tackle them down. You never done that?
A red flag.
No, but I mean, when we're dating, I want to be able to just mess with you a little bit. Like, that's me personally. I want to be able to just have fun with you. I want to know that I can have fun with you. I think that's just me. I just want to be a little bit open-minded. Be a little whimsy. Have a little bit of whimsy to you. I think that's fun.
If you haven't guessed it, this episode is brought to you by the word whimsy.
What?
Brought to you by the letter W. Like
for Wumbo.
Not for whimsy?
Not for whimsy. That's what we... I can't.
What about Weast?
We are avid SpongeBob fans, if you haven't guessed it already. Okay, so this has been a pretty good discussion, guys. Any last minute thoughts?
Hold on, we didn't talk about Miki's personal.
I thought she did.
Thanks a lot.
Did you not? I am so sorry.
You're like cutting the show, and Miki hasn't even said what she wanted to.
You made her cry. How could you?
You know what? Let's cut the show.
I'm having a moment, okay?
Well, you have too many of those.
Okay. What is your personal red flag?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Okay, see you next week.
I guess a personal red flag for me, or at least just a red flag, in general, is when someone's really judgy. Like, to me, when someone judges them for no reason. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, when somebody like judges them on like it's fine, first impressions are always, I guess they're always important. Like, first impressions are important. But I'm also kind of like, if you judge them past that, like, oh, you know, like, oh, look at them. Because I'm always saying, like, look at that person. He always has a big nose. But I'm just like...
She does. She has an issue with big noses.
I don't know what it is. But I'm just saying, like, if you go, like, if you keep it going, to me, that's just a big red flag. I'm just like, I'm okay with, you know, you can judge it. Because I feel like we all judge. Even if we don't outwardly say it, I feel like we all judge.
You have an idea of that person.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just like, when you go past that and you keep going, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not.
Like just a friendly little jab is okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But when you keep it going, it's not okay with me.
Because that's hurtful.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you say? What are you gonna say after you get out of here about me? Like, what's wrong with me?
Where do we start?
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I live.
It's okay. Whoever dates me has to be accepting of my obsession with a few things.
A few things.
Yes.
Stitch.
Wow. But yes, Lilo and Stitch.
And Kirby.
Specifically Stitch.
Specifically Stitch.
And Kirby.
And Kirby.
And Elmo.
No.
No, Cookie Monster.
That one.
All right.
Elmo?
Oh, she's gonna die. Okay. So not everyone has spoken about their personal red flag.
Thanks.
Any last minute thoughts or concerns before we close this amazing third episode?
Also, if you guys date anybody that's homophobic, I'm coming after you.
No, that's actually another red flag. If you're judgy for, like, you know, judgy as far as things, stuff for, like, judgy about things that we cannot control, like
Racism,
homophobia, transphobia, all that. Like that, I'm immediately. You're not an ally.
Get out.
No, of course. I mean,
That's a good one, Freddie.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm always saying, like, I'm just, you know, if you're not okay with it, I can't. Mm-hmm. I just can't. You know, we can't be friends. I don't even want to see you. Like, I just. Bye.
Yeah, ditto.
Go away.
Yeah. That also goes for, like, people trying to be our friends. If you're gonna be like that, I don't want you in my life.
Like, you can make jokes. Like, you can make a lighthearted joke here and there.
Of course.
Like, you can make a lighthearted joke because, like, we'll make fun of each other for being Mexican. We'll throw the occasional jab at Bemnet. You know, but
Within the circle. Within the circle. We don't be doing this with everyone.
No.
and that's okay because. Here's the thing. If we ever press a button, we always let each other know. It's like, that was not cool. And we're like, okay, we're sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, it won't happen again.
It won't happen again. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I crossed the line. My bad. Mm-hmm. We haven't really done that in a long time, though. No. I think there's very few times where we actually pushed each other's buttons.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just when it gets to the point that you're actually trying to be hurtful or trying to inflict pain on somebody, that's when it's no. No, did somebody hurt you?
Who hurt you?
Hurt people.
That's so sad.
That's also kind of dumb, but it's true.
That's the most wisest thing you've ever said, Bemnet.
Thanks. You don't expect anything smart for another couple years.
Okay.
Let's just put a congratulations over Bemnet's head.
We should have a banner and balloons and confetti.
Oh, God.
And then Freddie will just pull it. And then it'll just fall on Bemnet.
Anyway.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Questions?
No, I think we're okay. I think I let out all of my.
Yeah, that last one was actually really good.
Yeah, it was. Very, very good one, Freddie. No, I think we're all good. But obviously we would love to hear you guys' thoughts, so please. I don't want to confuse anyone. If you are watching us on YouTube and you're seeing us on video right now, comment. I don't know if you can comment on podcasts. Can you comment on podcasts?
I think you can.
Okay. Then just comment down below. Give us your red flags. Give us your explanation. And if it's something that we missed or that we find extremely interesting, we might just do a part 2. As always, please be respectful of everyone else's opinions. No bullying. No talking crap about us. We are here to share our opinion. And if you don't like it, you can find another podcast or video to watch.
Yeah, there's lots of podcasts out there.
Yeah. You know, we're not for everybody,
but we are grateful that you're giving us your time.
That absolutely, that is true. I mean, whoever's supporting us, thank you guys so much. But again, be respectful. I get it. These topics are very triggering, and it can cause you to be upset at someone that doesn't have the same point of view as you. But just be respectful and mindful that not everyone will have your same opinion.
Yeah, and that's what we do here. We try to share each other's opinions. And if we ever disagree, we find a middle ground, and we try to pass that on to you guys.
Exactly. All right. Well, other than that, I think this has been a successful third episode. You guys can find us on our TikToks below. You can follow the forum TikTok.
All our socials. Mm-hmm. All our socials.
And we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. And this has been the forum.
Bye, guys.
Bye.